All right. Welcome back. Thanks for coming into the show again tonight. And I hope that this show doesn't come across like clickbait to you guys. I really do. From the bottom of my heart, I really do hope that you guys perceive this episode as honest and forthcoming because these liberal YouTubers, these liberal podcasters, these liberal content creators, Donald Trump's on the back foot. We got him on the run. It's over. They're fighting. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. Y'all know I'm not that guy. I've never been the kind of person to sell you guys some kind of fucking epilogue, kind of fucking, it's the end, victory. We got him on the run, tail between their legs, kind of shit. That's never been my style, okay? But this time I do inform you with the objectively true news that MAGA is having an infighting moment right now. Now, it's not just Candace Owens claiming that she summoned Charlie Kirk on the weekend and he ventured from purgatory and traveled through dimensions to speak to her. Not talking about that. I'm not talking about the, recently unearthed audio of Erica Kirk, gleefully planning merchandise and all kind of ways to make money days after Charlie's death. Not talking about that. What I'm talking about, more importantly than summoning spirits and making money off of spirits, is MAGA, the regime, the elites, are concerned over Alex Pretty's death. They do feel some sort of pressure. They do feel something. There is a pressure. There is something that they are feeling in the White House right now as a result of his death. And we're going to talk about that. So, Trump officials are trading blame as political pressure mounts over Minneapolis. So, the finger pointing within the president's inner circle over the administration's response to the killing of a second person in Minneapolis is in full force. The Department of Homeland Security on Wednesday said that the two agents who fatally shot Alex Pretty had been on leave since Saturday. Who fucking believes that? Contradicting insistence by now sidelined Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino. I'm pretty sure his title is, in Commander at Large or some ridiculous shit, that the agents were working in other cities. So Bovino claims, but these niggas, they still out here in these streets, can't nobody tell us shit, which I actually believe, by the way. I believe Greg Bovino when he says accountability. What is that? What is that? What is that, a drink? Is that a food? Like, what is that? I believe him. When Greg Bovino says those two murderers are still on the streets, I believe that. Tellingly, key administration officials are also distancing themselves from the narrative they use in the immediate aftermath of Pretty's killing when they accuse the 37-year-old ICU nurse of being a domestic terrorist who wanted to massacre federal agents with maximum damage. Never forget that description. Maximum damage. Laser beam handgun. High-capacity nuclear rounds. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, who said Pretty was there to perpetuate violence, was following Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller's lead. They're pointing fingers, according to a report in Axios. Miller, in turn, blamed Customs and Border Protection for faulty information and potentially not following White House instructions. The growing list of attempts to shift liability shows that people close to Donald, we're not saying president, shows that people close to Donald Trump recognize that the latest shooting is a major political vulnerability for the White House. Mistakes probably were made, political ones and some tactical ones, said a DHS official, granted anonymity to speak about internal dynamics. The official pointed to the mounting pressure on the immigration agency and the intense situation on the ground as protesters and agents are clashing. Eventually, under the stress, things are going to break and people are going to make mistakes, and then that gets used in the media coverage on both sides and everybody gets to fighting. A senior White House official granted anonymity to discuss the internal dynamics, brushed aside the ongoing criticism facing the administration's initial response to the shooting. There's no concern, the official said. What Stephen put out was based off of a preliminary report, and that's what a lot of agencies were doing as well, basing their statements off of that preliminary report. Preliminary report is a fancy schmancy bullshit bureaucracy way of saying lie. We received a rushed lie that was under the assumption that no visual video evidence existed. The assumption was no one could possibly see what actually happened to him. Let's get ahead of the truth. Let's get ahead of reality. Let's release a statement within hours of the killing, despite all the evidence being on the internet. Guys, the internet has been as fast as lightning since I was a child. You cannot, it's not 2011 anymore where SEAL Team 6 goes to Abbottabad, Pakistan, and there's one guy tweeting. If that happened today, 2,000, 3,000 dudes in Abbottabad, Pakistan will be tweeting, what the fuck? WTF? WTH? What the fuck? What the fuck? That's what would happen. Niggas wouldn't know what's going on. In today's day and age, if something happens, rest assured, best believe the entire world knows what happened within an hour. Within an hour, random Joe Schmoes on their couch in some fucking trailer park are just as, and if not more informed with this new regime, they're more informed than the federal government. The federal government comes out and says, Alex Pretti, he charged law enforcement agents with a high-capacity nuclear death spawn weapon. And law enforcement agents, in fear for the lives of their compatriots, their companions, their brethren, their brothers, and for the lives of the American people, had no choice but to kill Alex Pretti. That's what they would have you believe, and that's what we would believe if it weren't for video evidence and the internet in 2026. If it weren't for the internet in 2026, if it weren't for the current era we were in, maybe these liars, maybe these demons, maybe these frauds could maybe possibly get away with it. But because we live in the current era we do live in, and because truth is very much present in today's society and can defy even the most well-crafted and rushed of lies, here we stand watching the federal government say, no you, no you, no you, no you. It's like Red Dead Redemption when fucking John and Arthur come back and it's one big Mexican standoff. Except no one in the Mexican standoff is actually a good person. In the 4 days since the shooting, the White House has tried to contain the growing political crisis in Minneapolis, changing course by shifting its message and deploying border czar Tom Homan. Can we, like, when this is over, guys, can we, like, cancel the gay shit? Like, Tom Homan, the border czar, the czar of the border czar. Dude, conservative white America becoming full force involved in politics is such a mistake. Like, really, like, white people, I love you guys, but, like, my God. Like, conservatives really are the YNs of the white community. What is this border czar shit? Border czar. We're letting these people come into politics and just pollute it with buffoonery. Border czar. It's just so ridiculous. You know what I mean? So apparently border czar Tom Homan has been deployed to Minneapolis to work with Democrats. That's a lie. Bavino, who the president called a pretty out there kind of guy, was also moved out of the state. So Trump called Bavino pretty out there. Dude, chat. I want you all to know that Donald Trump is the master of the human shield. Isn't it weird that this nigga let everybody else come out in social media and lie and fall over themselves before he uttered a single word? JD Vance was up there lying his fucking ass off and Trump hadn't said a single word in front of a camera. Donald Trump has Kristi Noem out there. He has JD out there. He has everybody else out there burying themselves before he comes out and says something. Donald Trump is 100% going to betray every single person in this regime before it's over. I'm betting like $100 DraftKings bet. He will betray all of them by the end of these. By the end of the 4 years, I promise you, a big, not even a Mexican standoff, more like last man standing. People are going to drop one by one by one. No one will escape this regime untouched. I promise you. Okay. So. Okay, I'm passionate about it. Okay, but the personnel shakeup has done little to abate the political pressure encircling the administration, as a number of GOP lawmakers publicly criticized the response, including some who have pressed for Noam's firing. And now, a partial government shutdown is looming over immigration and customs enforcement funding, as Democrats demand new restrictions on the agency. There has to be accountability, Senator Tina Smith, Democrat of Minnesota, said. This is not like some wish list. This is a really practical, common sense thing that would actually go a long way toward minimizing the harm that we're seeing in Minnesota right now. The president, for the most part, has stuck to a tight script, telling reporters that he wants to see a very honorable and honest investigation into Pretti's death. Trump has distanced himself from the terrorist label, which both Noam and Miller used in hours after the shooting. Miller said the White House told DHS to use extra CBP personnel to keep protesters away from fugitive apprehension operations, saying the president's team is evaluating why the CBP team may not have been following that protocol. He also said the initial assessment that Pretti was brandishing a weapon and engaging in domestic terrorism just before he was shot was based on reports from CBP from the ground. This nigga is throwing, bro, Kristi Noem could not be under a bigger bus. This nigga said, she did it. She did it. She did it. It wasn't me. She did it. This is Stephen Miller. Big bad. I hate the blacks and the browns. Stephen Miller. She did. I swear she did a CBP customs board. She did it. Ah. That's, bro. Am I wrong? But a nigga literally, no. She did it. No. She did it. This nigga, bro. Kristi Noem, watch yourself if you're close to any kind of cliffs, any kind of like ledges. Stephen Miller might be behind you and he might throw you across the edge because this nigga is CBP. You would have thought it was like Jeezy, RIP. This nigga just keeps spamming CBP. At this point, Stephen Miller just might as well just say Kristi Noem. You know how he talks? Kristi Noem. He should just say Kristi Noem. I swear, I was possessed. She took over my body. She killed Alex Pretti. He basically, at this point, is blaming everything on her, despite the fact that Stephen Miller is a demon who would have either way. This nigga, bro, I'm actually tempted to believe Kristi Noem. She's evil, don't get me wrong, but the kind of person who would jump to lie about Alex Pretti's murder is Stephen Miller. This is a guy who probably gushed at the opportunity to lie about his death. Once he realized that only like 60, 50-year-old, Coco Melon, senior citizen, like Fox News viewers, like people who still watch Megyn Kelly, only people who like do stuff like that look at the Alex Pretti situation and think, well, maybe they got a point here. Maybe ICE has a point here. Only people who are electorally irrelevant in the next 4 to 8 years believe the lies. Stephen Miller realized most Americans understand that Alex Pretti was murdered. And it's even worse because he's not black. So a lot of white Americans or white passing Americans are going to see this and think, if this could happen to him and there could be no accountability, this can happen to me and there will be no accountability. Stephen Miller has spammed CBP over and over again in this article in an attempt to put every single inch of blame on Kristi Noem. This is a fact. Big fact. The tensions among the president's top immigration officials have simmered for months. Noam and Homan have regularly disagreed over the best way to implement the president's mass deportation agenda, and both want to be perceived as the one in charge. And Miller, I'm the number one racist. And Miller, viewed as the architect of the dictator's immigration agenda, has pressured DHS to deliver on daily arrest and deportation targets, which some DHS officials argue has resulted in an aggressive and haphazard approach. Stephen Miller is actively sending DHS to do daily arrests and deportations. This guy is part of the reason that ICE is the way it is. And yet, in the moment of truth, this evil little fucking booger blames everything on Kristi Noem. These people are actual mental midgets. They are children. These are not adults. These are children. These are absolute buffoons. These are people who are undeserving of any respect from you. Okay? Like, literally. Miller, one of the president's longest serving and influential advisors, has often been seen as untouchable by aides and allies. His influence now extends well beyond immigration to a host of hardline America First policies. There is not a single America First idea in that disgusting head. His decision to walk back and explain his rush to describe Pretti as a domestic terrorist was viewed internally by some as a rare example of vulnerability for the president's domestic policy chief. These feelings were amplified by Republicans on social media jumping to his defense. A dictatorship official, a regime official, granted anonymity to discuss the situation, said it appeared that Miller was wounded, but it would be a mistake to count him out. Yeah, he's not totally moral. He's not a moral guy. No. He'll be evil again. The world will be okay. Steven just having a moment. He's feeling like empathy and morals or fear or whatever he's feeling. But he'll be back to normal soon. Everything will be okay. Imagine somebody saying that. Like, yeah, Steven's having a moment of reality for a moment, but he will return to delusion and evil eventually. Dude, these people are the scum of the fucking earth. And chat, let me tell you, if you want to know what's going on in MAGA cocksucker land, okay, Tim Pool was recently on his stupid fucking Russia-funded gay show talking about the boots of ICE being licked by MAGA. Tim Pool, a mercenary who literally sells lies, evil, mayhem, disinformation, misinformation for the highest bidder, or to the highest bidder, Tim Pool goes on his show and says, I'm not licking the boot. It's my boot. I voted for it. I'm the one stomping. I'm the oppressor. I win. Chat, never trust a bald nigga with no, like, when a bald ass nigga covers his head forever, never trust that, okay? You know what I'm saying? Hair long, money long, me and broke niggas, we don't get along. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, trust me. You see this? You see this? I am open about the fact that my hairline is kind of like, it's on permanent vacation, and I've accepted that. Tim Pool has been so embarrassing that people have yanked his fucking beanie off mid-live stream in real life. I could never, and The Rock means never, ever be outside doing some shit like that, and a nigga just yoink, like, God, please, like, I cut my hair before I go out, because, like, Tim Pool would have you believe he is an honest source of information. An individual who's been spreading misinformation about Ukraine for years at the behest of Russian agents paying him millions of dollars. Tenet Media. This guy, unsurprisingly, takes to social media to say, I'm not licking the boot. It's my boot. I voted for it. I'm the one stomping. Like, nigga, like, do you hear yourself? Like, oh my God. Like, who says shit like this? It's my boot. I voted for it. I'm the one stomping. And these are the same people who will sit there and say, don't tread on me. These are the people who will sit there and say, we own all these guns in the event of a tyrannical government. Chat, I want you to understand, don't tread on me is code for don't stop me from oppressing other people. Don't get in my way of oppressing people who are marginalized, who are weak, who are oppressed, who have no voice, who have no strength. That is what that flag means in 2026. And anybody who tells you otherwise is a cocksucker. This man literally is bragging about being the strong arm of an authoritarian dictatorship. But understand, if you would accept the Ukrainian baby blood money of Vladimir Putin, what wouldn't you do? Serious question. If you would host Netanyahu after everything that's happened, take money from Putin, you're talking about the two most genocidal people on the planet today. You take money from one, he's probably taken money from Netanyahu. I'm alleging this. I'm not saying it's true. Tim Pool, this guy in 2026, a political mercenary, is being taken so seriously, he feels comfortable saying, it's my boot, I'm the one stomping. And people always say, well, why did people in Nazi Germany do this? And why did people do this? And why did people do that? And Chad, I want you to realize and understand the fact that there is good and evil in this world. And as reductive and as simplistic and philosophically lazy as that sounds, it is true. It is true that some people in this world are destined to do evil and some people in this world are destined to do good. That is the end of it. Full stop, end of story, the truth. Some people will choose the path of darkness, of lies, of evil, of manipulation, of coercion, of force. People will choose this path for whatever misguided reason. The illusion of infinite power, hatred of other races, hatred of other whatever drives them, evil will always exist. I just can't believe the stupidity of some of these people because MAGA's not even sexy evil. The Nazis had some kind of an aesthetic, some kind of a vibe, something that I could see how the normies and the masses were, just like taken, like they were just whisked away by the charm and the aesthetic grace of the Nazis. What the fuck does MAGA have? Trump iPhones, Trump sneakers, MAGA hats, Trump flags, golden statues. This is fucking pathetic. I could understand maybe if Trump were like an ultra charismatic, semi-sexy kind of leader. He's fat, he sharts himself, he's a liar, he's disgusting, he's the Antichrist. What the fuck do any of you even see in this guy? Talking about, it's my boot, I voted for it, I'm the one stomping. Like, do you fucking hear yourself? And I want you all to understand, chat, when we're in our 60s, we're going to watch a new generation of young conservatives come up and pretend like none of this happened. Conservatives don't learn from history, they rewrite it. Okay? I want you to understand, Tim Pool on camera in 2026 will claim, it's my boot, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. He will claim that. And generations from now, future American conservatives will say, he never said that. That never happened. Trump never did this. Trump never did that. I want you all to understand, we are in an eternal spiritual battle against the forces of evil. Fact. 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 Like, what the fuck is this? Tim Pool is so afraid of just admitting he was wrong, he'd rather fucking sit there and pretend like any of this looks good. Stephen Miller and the rest of MAGA with infinite power feels some level of pressure from Alex Pretty's death. And yet the MAGA media wing is so prideful that none of them can see that even the fucking regime itself feels some kind of pressure. And yet we see repeated lies and misinformation, disinformation, fuckery from these people. You know what Megyn Kelly had to say on her stupid ass show? The person who got her life upended by Trump and Steve Bannon and fucking Michael Cohen, that idiot. This fool came to her stupid ass show to say, I know I'm supposed to feel sorry for Alex Pretty, but I don't. I don't. Do you know why I wasn't shot by Border Patrol this weekend? Because I kept my ass inside and out of their operations. It's very simple, said Megyn Kelly on the Monday episode of her dumbass show. If I felt strongly enough about something the government was doing that I would go out and protest, I would do it peacefully on the sidewalk without interfering via a whistle, via shouting, via my body, and via any other way. Bitch, you're not there because you lack soul. You lack morals. You lack ethics. You lack direction. You lack God. You lack Christ. That's why you're not out there. Burn in hell. Shut the fuck up. We cast you out. You are a demon. You are a devil, Megyn Kelly. Well, the reason why I wasn't shot by ICE, bitch, is shut the fuck up. Like, what? The reason why I'm not dead? Who says stuff like this? Chat, who says stuff like this? I'm trying to understand, chat. Who says stuff like this? Well, the reason why I am alive and he's not. What the fuck? And these people would have you believe that they love God. They don't love God. These people love the devil. They serve the devil. They are evil. They are crazy. They are psychotic. Megyn Kelly comes on her dumbass show to sit there and justify the death, despite the fact that the murder itself is on camera. Why would you lie? She lies because she is so deep in. I want to remind all of you, this is the same person who sat there and said, well, you know, I have it on good authority. I've heard from an insider that Epstein's not actually a pedophile. He's more into like the 14, 15-year-olds. That's his flavor. He's not really into like the toddling type, more so the homeroom type. What are you saying? What, bro, in what world does a 40, 30, any adult have in a relationship trafficking any person at the age of a homeroom child? I shouldn't have to explain this, but apparently I do. Megyn Kelly's soul is so for sale that she literally is on her show with Batia, whatever the fuck, that Israeli agent, claiming that, well, I have it on good authority that actually Epstein was kind of this like, you know, like a phebophile, and all of this she's doing to lighten the blow for when Trump is exposed. Well, I've heard that Epstein actually, and is it any surprise that Megyn Kelly is on her show saying stuff like, well, the reason why I'm not dead, the reason why I'm alive, the reason why I'm here is because... Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Nobody wants to hear from you. You are a buffoon, you are a fraud, and you are a snake. Megyn Kelly is a snake clown. Megyn Kelly doesn't believe any of the shit she's saying. Megyn Kelly has spent so many years lying her fucking ass off that doing it in 2026 is like fucking breathing. Megyn Kelly in this show is clearly not even in half belief of the shit she is saying. But rather than simply be humble before God, like Young Thug, truly humble under God, and say, you know what, guys, this wasn't a good shot. It was murder. Instead, she lies, despite the fact that she has no reason to lie because Donald Trump tried to ruin her life before. Despite the fact that Donald Trump has given a lot of these people every single incentive to go to war with him forever, these people still choose to pick his side. You have people like Ted Cruz putting out recordings of himself telling President Trump, you know, if people's 401ks go down 30% before November and prices go up 20%, 30% before November, and you know, there's gonna be a bloodbath in November. We're not gonna win the midterms. Fuck you, Ted. Fuck you. That's literally what happened. Ted Cruz now, the guy whose wife was insulted by Donald Trump, Ted Cancun Cruz, Ted greasing it up Cruz, that guy, now he's pretending, oh, well, I told Trump that he needed to stop. I told him he was on the path to destruction. I told him, I tried to warn the guy. I was the one, I was trying to tell him. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, what are you, like, Teddy Bear, Teddy Boy? We know you're lying, right? We think that you actually oppose Trump? Teddy, your biggest stroke of luck is that you're not currently within the regime. You're a cooperating senator, which is dangerous, but you're lucky you're not directly in the regime. Teddy boy, let me tell you something, okay? Okay, like Patrick Bedevi said, okay, let me tell you something, okay? You need to understand and realize nobody believes you. Nobody believes you. Megyn Kelly, Ted Cruz, all these fucking Meghan McCain, all of these cocksuckers who Trump has given ample reason to hate them, are now trying to, I don't know what Meghan McCain has said recently, but she's another one of those people who defends Donald Trump in the wake of clear lies. Megyn Kelly is so full of shit. Megyn Kelly is the scum of the earth. Megyn Kelly serves the devil. Megyn Kelly is a soldier of evil. Because the reality is, conservatives would have you believe they are warring and battling against sin. and then they bear false witness against their neighbor. Why are you lying about Alex Pretty's murder? Crack open that Bible you're trying to shove down everyone else's throat and open it for one moment. Jesus spoke about the fact that people will judge others for having a splint in their eye, but while having the biggest log ever in their own eye. Isn't that something? Isn't MAGA literally the epitome of casting the stone without even once thinking about whether they themselves have sinned? Well, Alex Pretty, really, I really don't feel bad for him because, like, dude, shut the fuck up. No one cares. These people will pretend like they had no idea and they can't believe it and all that bullshit. Megan, you've got a brain. I've seen the Frontline PBS interviews of you. I know inside you're lying. And I would encourage you to get right with God. Whatever you believe in, you need to get right with the universe or something because you are possessed. You are a psycho. It's about time we started talking about these people like the demons that they are, okay? Because they say Christ is king and Christ is this and Christ is that, but my fucking goodness, I've never looked into a community of people and truly felt like Christ was just not in the room. These people lie and lie and lie and lie and lie. And not about stuff like, did Donald Trump stick his hand in the cookie jar? No, they lie about stuff that is unbelievable. I mean, these are people who lie about whether or not climate change is real. I mean, these people are Luciferian, Machiavellian. Where's Jordan Peterson's sanity when you need it? Not him, his sanity. Where's Jordan Peterson's used to be sanity when you maybe was he even ever sane? Is there anybody? Is there anyone within this godforsaken party who's even slightly reasonable? Okay. MAGA is on the fucking, see, there I go, say, MAGA's on the ropes, we've got him, guys, we've got him on the ropes. That's a lie. But MAGA is in dangerous territory. Because for the first time ever, they're actually starting to lose the monopoly over the public. You know, once was a time that MAGA media was just a counterculture wave. But now more than ever, I'm realizing MAGA just doesn't have the same appeal. It just doesn't. And thank God that it doesn't. These people are fucking evil. They're disgusting. They're scum. They're filth. They're attacking Ilhan Omar while she's giving a speech. She's talking in front of an audience. They're running up on her, trying to attack her. I mean, MAGA is demon possessed. MAGA is satanic. MAGA is evil. MAGA is disgusting. It's disgusting. These people believe in nothing. And that's why stupid fucking Vivek Ramaswamy, I couldn't believe this happened while I was gone, by the way, when I was away and I couldn't upload. That little fucking rat, Vivek Ramaswamy, quit social media in the run-up to the election for fucking governor for Ohio. And this little fucking rodent, Vivek sat there and spent all that time undermining Black Americans, undermining the sacrifices that Black Americans made so people who look like him and any other demographic could come here. And after 2 straight years of racial abuse from MAGA, now all of a sudden he's ready to quit. What happened to those imaginary white supremacists, Vivek? What happened? You said that you'd have as much of a chance as running into them as you would running into a unicorn. Bet your ass wished you ran into a unicorn. You are in quite the situation now, aren't you? You're in quite the situation. I feel bad for none of these people. As I've said before, you have to let MAGA reap what they have sown. These people are in absolute shambles. You know, like they're in absolute shambles right now. They are in absolute fucking shambles. They're playing Hitler songs in the fucking club in Miami. I mean, these people are an absolute fucking joke. Absolute joke. It's a damn shame that this is what's going on in America, but it is. And the one beautiful thing that's come from this is these conservatives have no choice but to double down because the true Lord that they serve, the God that they serve is white supremacy, patriarchy, and evil. And the reality is that as ICE kills more Americans, as Trump violates more of our rights, these maggots are going to have no other choice but to double and triple and quadruple down because at the end of the day, they always were deplorables. Hillary was right. She knew it from the beginning. I don't care what anybody says. You can suck my dick. She was always right, and that is a fact. So, fucking, that's what's going on, man. Like, you know, you hate to see it. You hate to fucking see it, but that's what's going on. That is what's going the fuck on, you know? These people are fucking evil, man. They're fucking evil. They are fucking evil. If we got any super chats you guys want to send in, I can read them. If not, let me know and I'll just wrap up the show here. See me get guap right now. No, you don't have to super chat. I just wanted to make sure because I have a new system to where they show up on screen. So if anybody wanted to say something, just giving you guys a chance before I go because I don't want to close out the stream and then nobody actually gets the chance to say anything.
You need better lighting, bro. You looking all red like 9 circle of hell.
Okay, buddy, look here, okay? My skin is actually red in real life. Y'all are gonna have to get over this. This thing of like, you know what, your skin is red. Silence, okay? Silence. Be quiet. Silence, okay? I have actually red skin. I don't know what people want me to do, okay? I literally do not know what people want me to do. Okay? I have fucking okay, like I have red skin in actual real life. Trying to get people to understand this. I don't know what else to say. Okay? Legitimately.
Keep up the work.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to keep up the good work. I am trying to keep up the good work. Truthfully, I am. Jen Wing says I'm in lobbying to get you on Live and Learn for months. Can't wait. Yeah, I was supposed to go on there a long time ago. I just there was a complication and I didn't end up going on. I would have to ask Soy Pill, but you know, I am not into the whole like, you know, like if they wanted me on, I mean, Soy Pill wasn't on there when this happened. He hadn't joined yet when I was supposed to go on. If they wanted me on, I guess they'd say something. I mean, I don't want to be that person like, have me on. You know what I mean? Like, I really just want to vibe. You know, I just want to vibe. I just want to vibe. You check. So yeah. Pisco said he DM'd me. I don't know if I have Pisco on anything. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't have Twitter anymore because it doesn't my Twitter doesn't work anymore. I got rid of that. I don't know. He might have tried to DM me and my Twitter just didn't exist anymore, and that might be the reason why. I don't want to speak for anybody else and say why they didn't do this or when they didn't do that. I don't know. I have no idea. But if asked, I will go on Live and Learn. I won't I'm not gonna fuck up any more collabs this year, I promise. I'm going to try to promise. I'm Sarah says, first time joining live, fuck ice. Yeah, fuck ice. Fuck ice. I don't know why this super chat shit does this. Like, if a super chat isn't super duper new, it won't read it out. It'll just leave the fucking super chat with the money, but it won't read the thing out. It's fucking weird. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I have no idea why it does that. And it is very annoying because it makes it to where some people's super chats don't get read. And that's kind of defeating the purpose of the entire thing. It's very, very annoying. Do you think we'll have midterms? No, I honestly don't. Like, if I'm being real, I'm not gonna lie. No, I don't think we're gonna have midterms. I'm just being honest. Like, from the bottom of my heart, no, I don't. I could lie and say that we will. Like, I could lie and say I think we will, but like, it just wouldn't make sense if we did. Like, if we did have midterms, it'd be like, wow, Trump really is that cocky. If we do have midterms, they'll be fixed. They won't be legitimate elections. That much I can assure you. So I don't have any faith at all that we will have midterms in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, man, I don't know. I just don't think it'll happen. I don't think it'll happen at all. And if it does, it'll be like the most fraudulent election you've ever seen in your fucking life. 100%. Like, you know, I hate to say it, but it's true. It's not going to be legitimate. They're going to be fraudulent elections 100%. Explain how we wouldn't have midterms? What do you mean explain? Y'all still need explaining for this stuff? Like, people be like, Trump can't do that. That's illegal. Like, bro, y'all don't get it yet? Nigga, it doesn't matter if it's illegal. If he feels like it's what he has to do to maintain power, he will cancel the midterms. I promise you. Like, you have to understand, the more these people commit crimes and the less likely they are to, like, submit to the law and, like, actually hold ICE agents accountable, like, they're going to jail. That's the reason why there will never be a... There will never, like... There, like... If there are midterms, I can promise you, like, there will not be a transition of power. If it is, it's going to be toward JD Vance. Like, a lot of people don't want to believe it, but it is true, dude. Like, this whole, like, thing of, like, elections, that shit is over, dude. It'd be weird if he did hold elections, because he's just not going to win. You know, and the more crimes they commit, the more they open up the odds for them to go to jail. Like, I know, like, Americans have, like, very, very, shitty, like, memory, and as a result, like, a lot of Americans will sit there and just say, why are you sending these people to jail? Why? They didn't do anything. They only killed people like 2 years ago, but we don't even remember that. That's the American people. So, you know, Trump is already talking about running for a third term. So I don't really know what people are expecting, but there aren't good economic outlooks. There aren't good any outlooks for anything in society, bro. I'm telling you. It would be weird if Donald Trump did host an election. It would be the utmost display of arrogance I've ever seen. If he canceled the elections, it would say better about him than if he just held them, because holding them means he's insanely arrogant beyond any belief, beyond any comprehension, beyond any like reason or rationale. Like, that's actually unhinged.
Rid of him the first term was because Mike Pence wouldn't break the law. Say what you want about him, he did the right thing.
Yeah, that's true. Mike Pence did do the right. Mike Pence is like, he's like releasing like weird tweets on like Twitter now, like saying stuff like, oh, leave things in the hand of God and all this crap. Dude, Mike Pence needs to just man the fuck up and just condemn evil. Like, you can't claim you're a Christian and then when you see bad things happening from people on your side of the political aisle, it's like, well, if you have faith till the end and you blah 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 and bullshit platitude and open-ended religious statement and yada yada yada, everything will be a-okay. It's like, no, dude, say something real, please. Like, this inauthentic bibble babble is ridiculous. So I'm not a fan of the Mike Pence fuckery.
I've been frustrated with how triumphant evil is RN and how ignorant damn near the whole left is too, and your channel has been so cathartic.
Yeah, evil is pretty fucked up. Evil is out here, man, and the left just doesn't know what to do. That boy Donnie has us in a chokehold. He's not even trying. Trump is not even trying. This nigga's not even trying to do anything good. He's not even trying to be likable. Like, seriously. He's not even attempting to be a likable person. Like, this nigga's not even trying to make an attempt, dude. It is unreal. Say what you will, but like, I don't know, dude. Some days I'm like, dude, Trump, how are you doing it? Like, you got to write like, Trump has to really make like a how-to guide for evil, because this level of evil is actually at this point, like, I have no choice but to actually sit down and study it and try to understand, like, my goodness, like, what is this? What am I seeing, I don't know, man. Trump is very, very good at this evil stuff. He's very good at evil. He's very talented when it comes to evil. Got to give credit where credit's due. Very, very good at being evil. Trump doesn't have, like, you do understand that Trump just doesn't have to allow anything to happen, right? Like, you guys say stuff like, well, states handle elections and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and there are a bunch of MAGA-friendly states.
I'd if I missed it earlier, but new vid dropped of Alex Pretti spitting at ICE and breaking their brake light. It's gonna be all over the right's Twitter for the rest of the week. SMH.
So, just ignore it. Like, don't be one of those people that's like, oh man, Alex, why did you have to do that? Just double down. Like, when Trump does something wrong, is he ever at fault in their eyes? Fuck no. The reality is Alex Pretti did not spit on ICE in that moment. Alex Pretti was stopping ICE from attacking someone and they murdered him. The end. The end. The fucking end. And if they bring up, oh, well, what about this crime? What about that crime? Well, Trump's a fucking criminal. Who cares? If Trump can be a criminal and face no accountability, why can't Alex Pretti be a criminal? He's not even a criminal, but let's just say he was. Why can't he stop an ICE agent from shoving someone over? Why not? Trump stops all sorts of things. Goodness, graciousness, kindness, empathy, justice. Trump gets in the way of all sorts of stuff all the time. Who cares? Not mad at you for asking the question. I'm just saying, like, liberals and leftists need to be ready to just double the fuck down, dude. Fuck ICE. Who fucking cares what Alex Pretti did? W Alex Pretti. But like I was saying, like, people ask questions like, how is Trump going to do it? It's like, how does Trump do anything? Like, Dude, if it has to be done, he will find a way. There are plenty of Trump loyal states that will 100% not cooperate at all. There are 100% Trump loyal states that will upend and cheat elections and steal and change and all, all like just change results. Like, you think Texas, if they lose to Democrats, won't just alter the results? Like, bro, we've been here before. Like, this is possible. It can and will happen. They will use every mechanism they have to make it look realistic. If they don't fix the midterms, they'll cancel them. It's one of the two. They're more than likely going to fix them, but if they don't fix them, they will cancel them. I don't care what anybody says. I said what I said. This is a fact. Oh, the video of Alex Pretti is AI? Oh my god, dude. I haven't even seen the video. I'm just, because I saw a bunch of people talking about it, and then somebody brought it up in chat, so I'm assuming maybe it was true. But if it's true that the Alex Pretti video is AI, then, I mean, it says a lot more about MAGA than I once thought possible. You know? So, but keep in mind, if you insult ICE, you can be killed. So, that's the truth of it, Yeah, even if it isn't AI, don't concede to these people. A lot of conservatives will say stuff like, "Oh, well, he did spit on ICE, and that's really bad." It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. When have you ever seen conservatives admit any wrongdoing ever?
ICE kidnapped a kid at work and beat him because he cursed at them, but you don't hear the right talking about that.
Yeah, you won't hear the right talking about that because they literally don't care. They don't care. These people want random non-white kids to be attacked. This is a fact, okay? People need to understand and keep in mind that these people literally want young people who are non-white in this country to be brutalized by law enforcement agencies. That is their dream. That is what they love. That's what they enjoy. That is what they live for. The sooner the American people understand that, the better. That is what these people live for, fact. So MAGA, of course, won't speak up about ICE brutalizing a child because ICE literally exists for the purpose of that. ICE exists so MAGA can sit there and ha 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 as Americans are brutalized by law enforcement agencies. Fact. And people can say whatever they want about what I'm saying, but reality is speaking for me. It's not my opinion, it's demonstrable truth. I mean, it really doesn't matter if I can't argue my position because, see, the cute thing about me and Trump is that Trump will prove me right. I don't have to prove shit to you. Like, do you not realize, like, you guys are in this stage where, like, Trump will do some shit and will tell you, like, this, he's gonna do this, he's gonna do this next, and you guys say, no, 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 and then he does it. Like, I want you guys to understand that. The reality is, MAGA's in a tight position right now. They're going to lose more and more public support, and now more than ever, the line is going to be drawn. Apparently, Joe Rogan just flipped sides again. Now he's back on the side of ICE. Chat, it's like I told you. Some people's destiny is to just be wrong. Like, some people's fate is to be on the wrong side of history. Clearly. Okay? Like, I genuinely need people to understand that some of these people, literally their fate is to just be on the wrong side. They will never concede. They will never admit wrongdoing. They will persist in evil forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Fact. So I hate to say it, but it is the truth, dude. It is the fucking truth. I don't know what else to say. Literally, that's just the way it is. These people will continue to do the stuff that they're doing with no regard, no care, no concern for the future. It is unfortunately reality. I don't know what else to say. You know, Joe Rogan is sold the fuck out, and I'm willing to bet that Joe Rogan is acting like this mostly because of like the left's like attempt to like end his career like 4 years ago. And honestly, like I get being annoyed with the left, but I'm not changing my beliefs on anything just because people get mad at me in a moment. Like I'm just not changing my perspective on that. Like if I believe that XYZ is wrong, then XYZ has to be wrong regardless of my position. Regardless of how people perceive me in the moment. Right is right, wrong is wrong, point blank period. But unfortunately, chat, some people don't agree with that clearly objective understanding of reality. Apparently, Joe Rogan's back on their side again. Apparently, he's back on bullshit again. He had it fucking the You Lick Sniz guy on his show, Andrew Wilson or whatever the fuck. So yeah, these people are beyond saving. They're fucking beyond. I don't know what else to tell you. They are beyond, and these people will pretend like they didn't know. And frankly, we need to prepare. We need to prepare for these people to start lying about everything that's happened because they will. They're already probably getting ready to figure out what to say when this stuff becomes impossible to defend. So it is what it is. Well, chat. Great stream, great show. Always happy to have you guys. Always happy for you guys to take your time out of your day to watch me. I appreciate you guys being here, and hey, it's all love. So, see you guys again once more, and we will talk further about what's going on in the world again. Peace.